Bonjour mes élèves, this video is to help you add accent marks in your PowerSchool French course at National University Virtual High School. Accent marks are an important part of French language. They can change the pronunciation of a letter or even the meaning of a word. They are a necessary part of speaking and writing in French. They are not optional. In French 1, Semester 1, shortcuts to adding accents are presented in Lesson 6. You would go to Calendar and then scroll down to Lesson 6 and you'll see Pronunciation, No Stress, a guide to French rhythm and accents. Click on this and the advisor appears with some pronunciation suggestions and tips, as well as an explanation of all of the accent marks that are used in the French language. And if you continue to scroll down, it gives you the Alt key plus the number that you need to type in order to have an accent mark appear in the program. These Alt keys actually work in many programs, not just in the Edgenuity Powerspeak program. This entire document I have typed up and will include it as an attachment for all students with their welcome letter. So if you're not in French 1 Semester 1, you still will have access to this information. You may also search on the internet for an Alt key shortcut guide for French accents. For example, I typed in this in my search engine and was able to find this printable Alt key shortcut explanation. This is a great tool to print off and tape in your workstation so that you have easy access to it no matter what you're working on. Eventually, you'll start to memorize some of the more commonly used shortcuts, and it will become easier for you to type using the correct accents as you go. Another way, or also one last thing, when you're using the Alt key, you would push on your keyboard the Alt button, which is to the left of the space bar. You press and hold the Alt key down while you type the corresponding number, and this will make the letter appear in your text. Another way to have accent marks in the Powerspeak program is when you have a text box such as this. You can click on this omega symbol in the bottom of the text bar, and a box will appear with all of the accented letters. And then you simply type on the letter that you want to appear. So here we have the A with the accent grave. Okay? A last option for you is to use an app that is made by an outside source. Typeit.org is one example of this. Here you can see the address. If you just have type in typeit.org, you will see you have choices of languages. So even if you're trying to learn another language beyond French, you can come here to find out about the accent marks. If you select French, you'll see that you have a menu up here of possible accent marks, as well as the French use these they look like arrows around any kind of quotation, which is different from English. You simply select the letter that you would like to use. There's some options for making it bold, italics, or underlined. And then you have to actually click on it, then right-click on your mouse to copy it, and then you go back into your area where you're typing and click paste, and the letter will appear for you. And this works well when you're working in any type of application, even outside of Powerspeak. The typeit.org would be an option. So voila, there are 3 choices for you to type accented letters in your French assignments in Powerspeak. With practice, it will become second nature for you to include these accent marks as you're using language. And please let me know if you have questions. Here is my email address, and you may also message me directly from your Edgenuity course. Au revoir.